Alrighty. Welcome everybody to the SEO this week. Thank you very much for joining me. This is episode number 66. If you're not keeping up, don't worry. Neither am I. I just need a number. So, how's everyone's weekend? Hopefully, it was pretty good. Mine was uneventful. Took care of some yard stuff. Spring is coming, so the trees need to be cut. Not looking forward to that at all. Let's see. I gotta hide some window here. It's killing me. There you go. Yay. Dismiss that and close that. And we're all set. So, how many of you guys have seen the link or the new feature from OpenAI that was released a couple days ago, or it was just not released, it was announced. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it's called Sora, SORO or RA, SORA. Got it right in front of me, I'm not even saying it. And it's text. You give it a text prompt, tell it what you want, and then it makes video for you. I mean, it's actually really, really cool. I've been watching YouTube's and then the AI space. And a lot of people are talking this up. A lot of people are, oh, look what you can do with Sora, and having obviously the million and one things. And oh, I tested Sora, but none of those clouds actually have access to it. As far as I can tell, nobody has access to it other than a select group of, um, I guess probably my guess is, people with big money and who can leverage this stuff the best and stretch it out a little bit. But you can see some of the previews and you can download the videos. You can see the simpleness of the prompts. And I thought this was actually pretty cool. And I instantly thought of B-roll videos. So if you're um, like a SEO This Week episode, for example, and I needed some B-roll and wanted to step up my production, I would have to take it off of Zoom, obviously, put it on OBYS and actually go all out like Dre does the SEO show. And you guys know my skill level is not up there to do that, but I could do it now with this thing and the B-roll that it creates. It doesn't give any explanation in the documents if I can make like longer videos. And typically these are like 17-second shots, 8-second shots in this particular case, but these are really good B-roll type things. Um, if they come out with what's it called? The viewport sizes, and you can make shorts with these, I would think, 15-second or 1 minute shorts, probably 15-second shorts for YouTube. They are watermarked, which is I'm cool with that. Watermark it, that's fine. And so yeah, see, this is a good one. This would be like a good short size. This is 40 seconds, but still shorts or Instagram, you make some of those and you can put some like your own little channels together. This was pretty cool. It's like, in the coffee, battling in coffee, that I thought was pretty awesome. So these are all cool little features. Hopefully it comes out and we get access to it. I'm betting more than likely though that this is probably going to be delivered to product owners that can hook into the model and then they'll resell it first before, say, ChatGPT Plus folks get access to it. That's kind of what I'm betting or foreseeing happening with this. If I knew enough about SaaSes and stuff, I'd probably, try to jump on board and get access and create these. These are good. Again, these are good B-roll things. And if you have an AI image SaaS, it makes a lot of sense to go ahead and implement this to your product and offer these to people. I do expect the price of these to be ridiculous, though, at least for a while, until that more and more people jump on board with the ability to do it. Or if you're a super nerd and you can hook into the APIs yourself, and get a file returned for you, then you're better off. Especially those of us that are learning Python. I'm way, way, way not ready for, making my own Python script to do this, but I mean, still, it would be really cool and a good way to get around other, having to pay for a SaaS company to do it, which ultimately you're paying for what? Uh, the the prompts, and you're paying for the UI. And if you have a basic understanding of Python, and you can go ahead and knock yourself out. So looking forward to that. I can't wait to see that public, and you can see what people do with it. I think it'll be pretty cool. Make some war scenes or whatever. That'll be neat. Let's see here. Let's get to the questions. I want to do these early. Honestly, there's not much going on this week. I have a lot of work to do. So let me open the spreadsheet. Ooh, there's only 2 questions in the spreadsheet. So we'll get to those, and then obviously the live chat, stove shops when the question stops. Kind of how we're going to do it this week. So probably be short. So with that, good morning, Samuels, Mr. Skyler. Good morning, Dre. How you doing? Dale, good morning. Papas, hey, you made it again. Woo-hoo. Vinay, good morning. All right. Evil genius. It sounds like Sora could lead to a huge leap in AI training and learning. It goes so far beyond video generation. It has the potential to be used for learning real world physics and world simulations. I would argue that if you think that that isn't the first thing that they thought of with that, then you're kidding yourself. The commercial aspects are how do we pay for it, and the actual application aspects are the things that generally we don't see, where there's more power and there's more models, etc. So let's make this thing, let's do large language models. Let's make this thing that can write articles and help us do research, etc. All right, we made it. We invested a whole bunch of money. How do we get money back? We're making a commercial aspect of it. I would argue that this video thing has probably been out there for quite some time. And now they're just trying to figure out how to monetize it, and how to turn it into something that can be real world applicable. And so I am not AI is going to burn us down, but I'm not an AI rah rah rah. Look how good it's going to be either. I'd like to see things for what they are. And I look strategically at where this could possibly go as it affects me, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, I know real world physics and real world simulations. To me, I think it'd be really cool if it would go in cities, have a game cities, and apply AI to that, and then go through and go, apply past history, things that happened in history to a game. I think that would be cool. Right, right. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let's see. I highly doubt those simple prompts were able to produce preview videos. I mean, it's pretty cool to be negative, Pappas. Like I said, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. We don't know. We don't have access to it, so we can't say. And if that's, how you want to go about your life, doubting what people are telling you, then knock yourself out. Join Facebook. It's a good group of people there to join you right in with you. All right, let's get into the spreadsheet. We got the questions on YouTube taken care of. Let's see. This is from Emily. What keywords do you use when your client wants to drive conversions by lead gen only? Commercial intent keywords. I could give you examples, but you didn't provide me a niche. So, but if you're a roofer, roofing repair, roofing replacement, roof installation, roofing companies, generally those are guys that those are all researching, and they're looking for leads. So you want to find commercial keywords. Don't use those tools. Don't use SEMrush or whatever, and it says commercial and transactional and all that bullshit. Go to the search results, look up the keywords, and see what kind of websites Google is ranking for. Because ultimately, Google's understanding of the user intent for the search query is what's more important when you're trying to compete in keywords. So if you do roofing companies and all they show is directories which list other roofing companies, that's all fine and dandy, but people are looking for roofing companies, right? If you do roofer city and then they show actual landing pages and stuff, now you know you're in a commercial intent kind of keyword and you're doing the right thing. So if you want to drive conversions for lead gen, you have to find commercial intent keywords. And you also have to tell them, hey, commercial intent keywords generally, as a whole, don't have a lot of search volume, and you're not going to get a whole lot of traffic. Like not like an informational keyword. Informational keyword get you 100,000 visitors a month, and not get you not one lead. Commercial keyword get you 50 visitors a month, and you get 3 or 4 leads. For a roofer, 3 or 4 leads that sell that turn into a $30,000 roof is really good. If you're a publisher of information and you have only 50 visitors, then that's really bad. If you have 100,000 visitors, that's really good because you're a publisher of information and you use that information to monetize via display ads more than likely. So yeah, if they want to drive conversions, only leads commercial keywords. Let's see. Why does this stupid thing word rat always do that? Always turns that off. All right, this one's from Alex. I'm going to start a large AI site. Here we go. Where's the best place to learn proper prompts? I have spent several weeks on and off over the last year messing around with AI content, but it feels like it's lacking and seems a bit generic. Well, that's because your prompts suck. You're not giving it enough information. Now, where's the best place to learn? The website is called ChatGPT, chat.openai.com. And you come in here and you start mashing buttons and you play with the wording, etc., and try to get yourself into a good position where the output is what you are looking for. The standard description of a lot of AI content, irregardless of where it came from, is, oh, this looks generic. It looks fake. Well, that's because the effing machine made it for you, and it is generic and it is fake. It's using the logic sequence of which likely word will be coming next when I'm creating a topic or an article about it, said topic. So it's going to come back generic and fake. It's your job to actually make it look real. So you can tighten that up a lot with prompts, and there's a prompt marketplace. Let's see if I have it. I gotta look off the share. Prompt base. I think that's it. Let me make sure. Yep, here we go. You go to a market like this, or you go to plenty of Discord groups and Facebook groups that share prompts and share ideas and share ways to do prompting. People have probably a lot more patience than me to figure out prompting, and you just come here and find ideas and prompts in it to get going. So here's writing prompts, for example. You go content articles and stuff, and you test these out and go, oh, that's not close enough. That's not what I want. Or it's really, really stupid close, but we can do a little bit more. We can do a little bit better. And then you come in here and you buy 4, 5, 10 of these things, and you put together your own prompt and get your own articles. And then that's how you put that together. That's how you get the output that you're actually looking for. To me, AI articles, large sites with AI sites, to me, that just reads trash. And it's my own personal perception, Alex. I'm not saying that you're going to make trash, but to me, when anyone describes this, I made a large AI site, it's trash. It's trash. It's going to rank for a little bit, and then the person or persons that create it comes back later during the next Google update and says, "Who's my AI site hit?" And next thing you know, it's starting the loop of cycle of madness. Google's going after AI sites. I mean, it's again the loop of madness, right? So I personally wouldn't start a project where anything that starts with a large AI site. I would start a project where it's a well thought out website that you build using AI. And you have a promotion plan, i.e., link building, you have a content plan, you have a content structure plan, etc., topical map, lack of a better term. And that will get you 1,000 times farther than just creating a large AI site and dump loading crap of content all over the internet. And you don't necessarily need, and in general, it's probably not going to do you for the long term. A good exercise for sure to, hey, can it be done? For sure. Good exercise for sure. But I wouldn't, in my opinion, it's not something that I would get a whole lot out of. I would get more out of doing this, coming over here and seeing what some of these people, again, a lot of these prompt engineers and stuff have taken the time to sit down and figure out what the system is looking for and how to get the best results for their purpose. So, buy 4 or 5 or 10 of these full optimized SEO article things, combine the prompts, and then check it out and say, all right, that's now what I'm looking for. And then leverage that. And if you have some Python skills, you put that all into a Python script and just bang out a decent set of articles, 15, 20. I've figured 30 articles a month is a good number because you can publish an article every day. You can build the backlinks to promote that article in order to get it kickstarted into the algorithm, get it in front of people. And then, assuming that it's good or assuming that you have a good premise, you're either going to generate more backlinks or you're going to find target keywords within that article that you covered because you wrote a good profile that's busted out really good using outline format and ranked for hundreds of keywords. And you find those opportunities and go on from there. And that is definitely easier to manage when you're doing 30 a month versus 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. It sounds cooler to do 50,000, but you're going to miss opportunities when you do it that scale. I know Craig Campbell, he does it mass, and his number was 100. He writes 100 articles and then sees which one of those 100 articles or ones of those 100 articles are really worth pursuing, and then he pursues only them. And now with the helpful content update and the idea behind that signal, if you have 100 articles and only 4 of them are good, the classifier that is supposedly built into it would say your site is trash. And now you're not going to rank very good. And there was a guy on Twitter that had that situation. And so what he did, Jesus Christ. So what he did is he took his website and he saw all the pages that weren't ranking and that had no traffic, obviously, no backlinks, and he deleted all of them. And he left them all on his site in drafts, obviously, probably WordPress, but he left them all there and just deleted them. He unpublished them and waited a couple months. He didn't say specifically how many months, but he waited months and then he just republished them as is, and they all came back. So to me, that's an idea of kind of what the helpful content update is doing. It's a good indicator that they are classifying your website. So if your policy is to write 100 and then see which ones work and promote the few that do work, I would also delete the other ones that don't work, and then you can keep doing new sets that way. That would be better for you versus leaving them all published, you know what I mean? And hoping you get random traffic every once in a while on the published ones. So again, that's easier to manage at 30 than it is 100 or 10,000 or whatever. I don't know how this is going to affect, assuming that whole classifier thing works, and knowing the publishing pace of some companies, large major organizations. I see Charles is here, so I pick on Fox because I see Charles. if Fox Business News website has 10,000 publishes, I don't know, probably 30, 40 stories a day, I would assume, and only 5 or 10 of them kick off, is Fox subject to the helpful content update? Is Fox subject um to that classifier? And if not, is it because of, and I'm guessing it's probably because of the mass amount of links that are available. Charles says yes. So Charles would know way better than I am. But if it wasn't, let's say it wasn't subject to that thing, what would be the I don't know, the yardstick that says, all right, helpful content update applies up until your authority is X, and once your authority is X, then helpful content doesn't apply anymore. You know, Fox obviously has a lot, shit ton of backlinks, so its probably authority is stupid high. And Charles, who's the director of SEO at Fox, if you guys don't know, says that yes, HC health content update has affected Fox. So that classifier, um, in my opinion, is not something that you guys want to dick around with. I think it's going to get you, and then you're going to see tons of people with examples that are going to blame AI content, but in truth, they're just making trash ass websites. Um, they're and then Google, one, is not indexing them, and then two, once they do, if they do index them and they see that you made a trash ass website, they're going to take it down. So now you've invested all this money with the ChatGPT, and regardless of how cheap it is, $7 or 7 cents an article at 100,000 articles adds up, right? So you're going to waste all this money to do trash when you could have spent a little bit more time, not even a lot more time, a little bit more time making 30 pages a month, one a day. One a day. I mean, it's not that hard. And that's one a day per site. So if you're one of those Rambo types that has like 15 sites, that's 1 times 15 articles a day. You can still do a ChatGPT before lunch and get some mid-journey images or stable diffusion images, and you're good to go. You can go hang out and do whatever it is you do um, after that. So I would check it out. Uh, let's see. Um, all right, let's go. No more questions in the chat. That's cool. Yes. Let me refresh the response sheet. No more questions there. Okay. As a reminder to the YouTube folks, obviously not everyone can join in live. It's no big deal. I mean, it's life, right? So there is a link to a Google form inside to these in the description. Just click on that and you leave a question. It goes in the Google form, goes on the sheet, and then we'll answer it during the show. Um, and then if it's really cool, what I'm thinking about doing is just kind of making your own answer video or question video, right? And we'll see how if I get the motivation to do that. You guys know I was trying to do the YouTube shorts, and um I petered out in that thing really, really quick because it was just, yeah, I don't know. I just seemed like a lot of work for 1 minute. All right, let me see. Last check. I don't see any questions from YouTube. I'm going to refresh, give you guys a couple more seconds. And if there's no questions from YouTube, I'm calling it because, again, I don't want to waste your time. So, and we will call that quick. While I'm waiting, Search Atlas, if you guys know, I was been using that and testing it, and I did a whole video on that. They have a topical map generator inside of there. I'd like to show you some examples, but I did the ones that I did. Actually, I can show you one. That was a lie. Let me show it to you. And I'll give you my impressions after using it for this long. So if you don't know, it's a tool that creates a topical map for you, and then you can push this content out etc. And this is the one that I made for Digital Ear. I wanted to test how the content ranks on its own. I optimized it a little bit. I put some images of my own in there because when I made this, I didn't have the settings right. And so Search Atlas's bulk writer didn't make my images for me. So I'm doing that myself, which is totally fine because we're testing a link building method with images at the same time. But that said, if you look at this topical map, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. It's got the primary topic is search engine optimization, and then it has these, let's call them the hubs. So keyword research would be the primary keyword for the silo, and that these articles are here. But if you look at the keyword list that it gives, it's like little mini titles. These aren't long tail keywords. I mean, nobody is searching for these. The traffic generation, everything in green I've published already, and they don't generate any traffic because I left them as it is for the purposes of testing this. And you can see the keywords. These aren't keywords. These are long tail trash. And ultimately, what's going to happen is these articles will trigger HCU on my website because they're going to just be this content that no one's visiting, no one's seeing, et cetera, et cetera. I won't say no one. I think on average, I get like 1 or 2 visitors a day to these things. And more than likely, the visitors are coming from bots that hoping I have my blog comments turn on. And so or people that are looking at the schema as I'm building this out. Because if you guys don't know, I'm testing different schema app uses and applications and stuff, and I send people all the time. Go to Digital Ear, look at the blog post, and check out the various schema versions, et cetera, and test that stuff for yourself. But getting back on track, topical authority map. I like that it does this. I like that it does this. I like that I can copy these and take them right to the bulk writer and do it. But I think this section here, which is the basis of this section, is sorely lacking. These aren't keywords. These are long tail phrases that include this primary keyword, and they're so long tail that they're totally ineffective in regards to any hopes of ranking for anything of any value. I mean, you guys all write, my guess is a lot of you write in this SEO space, and the traffic is a premium. Anyway, you got to get lucky, and essentially it's really viral marketing in the SEO space to actually get people to read these, right? So your traffic is low already, and then when you're setting yourself up with something like choosing the right keywords for SEO, choosing keywords for SEO, SEO keyword research for SEO. That doesn't make any sense, right? So there's a mismatch between um, the word keyword and what these long tail phrases that are coming to. As a matter of fact, when I'm publishing these, quite often what I do is use this as the keyword, the primary title, and then do a topical relevance or a Zista. Primarily, I'm using Zista right now to get my schema, and then it's going and finding these. And what I intend to do is go back and after all of these are published, go back and do the Craig Campbell version of seeing which keywords that these pages mysteriously managed to rank for, and then re-optimize the page for that keyword. So it's not a total waste of money in regards to what we have. Um, so this topical map definitely needs work, in my opinion. The topical map in Content Sprout, I talked about that last week. I haven't tested it or seen if there's any changes with it. I know that there's a plan to change them, but I haven't done anything with that. I am going to create or use the rest of my credits up on another project website, and we're going to do essentially the same thing that I did here with this topical map for Digital Lure. We're going to do that with Content Sprout and see who wins, the Search Atlas content or the Content Sprout Atlas. Content Sprout content. Remember, they're both AI, but they're both written and generated off of different prompts. So we're going to see which one out of the box just kind of comes better, so you can actually start the whole research process of, where does this article land? What are the opportunities from it? All right. Last set of questions. Here we go. Shared drive. I'm testing 8 million subdomains on a site. Pretty good till now. Did multiple experiments with 8 million sub pages achieve 1.1 million crawls, but pages fall off. Now seeing what happens with the subdomains. I keep doing big experiments. I have 100 plus sites. You're madman. I mean, if it wasn't for people like that, I mean, we don't get, it's harder to get the narrow test ideas when there aren't people that are, for the lack of a better word, out of their damn mind and make 8 million subdomains. So you do you, man. I think it's really cool. I think honestly, it kind of, if just reading the pattern, yeah, 8 million pages. Google only crawled 1.1 million of them, and now the pages are falling out of the index. Why? Because there's there's probably no backlinks to them. So the tool is going, oh, you have all these pages and no one's building backlinks to them, and the algorithm kind of thinks it sucks. Maybe whatever thinks it sucks, and so they start falling off. So that makes a lot of sense. So keep doing it. Keep reporting back. Adam Hawthorne. Hi, Clint. Have you done anything more with your side project? Was a white label service to make metal gifts? Oh, yeah. I am my wife I got her the Glowforge Aura, Aura. And we for the metal stuff, I was actually just um dicking around with, it's a laser thing if you guys don't know, with business cards. And I was like, man, I can make business cards pretty easy. And I actually bought the materials and we fired off a business card. And what happened was, and I should have showed you guys. So pretend this is a business card. This is and the 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 air, it has an air system that kind of, push through and keep the airflow and gets everything out. Well, the air moved the business cards, and there's no way to actually secure it magnetically to the metal platform on the bottom. The air moved it, and all of the whole set of 20, no, I did 4, 8, 12, the whole set of 16 shifted over, and I only got half of the business cards on there. But each business card takes like 4 minutes. With the design I chose, it took 4 minutes to do each business card. So I can do those one by one, 4 minutes at a time, or I need to figure out a way to create a cardboard template, as it were, that I can lay on the base of the laser, and then put the business cards inside the laser so the air system doesn't push them out or move them around and shift the laser. And then I can process those cards. When I do 12 with her laser, it actually takes like 4 hours for 12 business cards. I'm like, what the fuck? So for sure, I am buying an X tool. We're going to get the Pro model, and then go from there. In regards to the wood stuff, there's a whole bunch of it with Glowforge. There's a whole bunch of patterns and stuff that you get access to with their premium thing. It's like their design store. And you can do boxes and you can do all that kind of stuff. And as you guys know, I'm doing that 7-figure agency thing. And one of the things that they do during the onboarding is, if let's say Charles came and signed up for, hey, I'm going to white label and we're going to give you, Fox Business, and you're going to do all the SEO for Fox Business. And I would send Charles a gift, and I'd probably send Charles a box of hookers and blow because he's Republican. So just fucking with you. But if you send Charles as part of your onboarding process, you send your new customers gifts, and that's kind of one of the staples, one of the things of that makes a seven-figure agency or a follower of that kind of stand out, assuming that they all do it. But you send them a direct mail piece, and for example, someone that used to watch, he may still watch, but he used to watch SEO Fight Club and SEO This Week, and he sent me this box that I still have, that holds wine, and it was made with lasers, and I'm sure maybe CNC, just looking at the quality of it and stuff, but it's for sure laser engraved wood and those kind of things. I mean, if um, you can have this side project doing that and selling those on your own website, which you can test. Now you have an e-com store to test on, and you can sell them in Etsy or whatever. And you also have things that you can mail out to as part of your onboard process if you're doing an agency or if you're a business owner and people, and as part of, I mean, you're a roofer and send after they pay, and you haven't heard back, and no meanness and no nastiness coming back from them, send them a nice gift at the 2 week or the 30-day mark that you laser engraved, with the representation of their house on it or something. That'd be really cool, and they would stand out. So when their neighbors or friends are looking for a roofer, now you're instantly top of mind for referrals, and referrals are much better in converting, one, and two, they're a whole lot cheaper than lead generation in any marketing form, right? So there you go. All right, let me see. I don't even remember what the question was I was answering. Oh yeah, that's the lasers from Adam. But yeah, that's the thing. What's the material cost per card? I bought 100 of them. What I actually did, Jim, was I bought 100 of these metal ones. I think there were, I don't know, it was like $3 or $5 for a pack of 100. And then I bought another 100 that are multiple colored. Those were a little bit more expensive because there are more colors to them. And then I bought this box of different materials so we can just play around with. It's like a grab bag, lack of a better term, of different materials that you can play with. So that was pretty interesting to get that and see the kind of different things that you can use a laser on. The laser in the Glowforge Aura is not as powerful as the one in X Tool. For example, the X Tool one is 10, 20, and 40 watts. And the laser in the Glowforge Aura, I think it's only 10. So you're limited to what you can do with it versus the X Tool. So a lot of the materials that you're going to use in the case of the Glowforge Aura is probably on the cheaper side, but it's definitely good enough for gifts and handing out stuff to the offices and all that stuff. So once it'll be pretty cool to get it going. I will at 4 hours a bit for 12 business cards. It's really not. I mean, without the being able to do more business cards, probably 24, without the setting up that template and having to wait 4 hours to get 24 business cards, it's not feasible for business. That's not a quality use of time. To me, um, doing 24 would be perfectly fine because instead of going to Vistaprint or whatever, I just 24 metal business cards, and when I run out, print another 24. That's perfectly acceptable. But trying to do that for a business that wants 100 of them, what is the math on that? Any math, super math nerds? 100 times 12? No. 100 divided by 12, 8.3 times 4 hours, 33 hours to do 100 of them, if my math was right. That's ridiculous. That's not 33 hours. I couldn't charge enough to make that make that worth it. But we'll see. The giveaway, the welcome stuff would be really cool. And if I get like, I don't know, let's say other agencies that want to send out handcrafted boxes or something like that. I mean, that's something I can scale, especially if I get once I get the X tool and the 20 and 40-watt laser heads. Um, that'll be, I can knock those out pretty easily at the second half of the day when I'm tired of staring at a computer and just go do laser stuff. And those are honestly, when I say go do laser stuff, if you haven't seen those or used those before, you just turn them on and program in and run them, and they're kind of self-sufficient. So, uh, all righty, cool. So, if you guys are interested in that, I'll continue to take you down that road because it is a business type of thing, so it will be related. If we do. Um, Once I get the X tool for sure, we're probably gonna have when I figure out the designs and stuff, we can kind of do that all together. That would be really pretty cool process, I think, to grow that out. And so we're not always talking SEO. We can do some cool stuff too, which I'm down for that. With that being said, let me open this website up for you. SEO. I don't know if you have all heard. But SEO spring training is coming. 44 days left now, 44 days, 10 hours, and 16 minutes. So if you need you to come, we want you to come. We got 180 spots. There is no scarcity in that regards. We're not trying to scare you. We're not trying to make up some bullshit. There's only 180 spots in the hotel, in the conference rooms that we got. So once we get to 180, we're stopping the tickets. As you can see, we have a lot of great presenters. We're keeping it on the theme with the spring training, and I think you're going to have a good time. They have golf. We're doing a lot of our sponsors here: 38 Digital Marketing Agency, Assassins, SEO Sales Solutions, Matt Zimmer, Zimwriter are sponsoring us right now. Trying, as I understand, talking to Search Atlas. We'll see how that goes. If they want to, may or may not, but he is coming, so that's good. Here's some of our speakers: Marty Marion, Mike Rayburn, Mike Merlino, Elias. Finally got him out of Greece. Is coming. Gregory Ortiz, if you're a follower of OMG, you know Gregory Ortiz, Brian Winham, Dixon Jones from InLinks, Andrew Ainsley, Content Sprout, Herc Magnus, Project Supremacy. He's got whole new things going on right now. Courtney Smith, Bradley Benner from Semantic Mastery, Dino Gomez. He's got a great group over in San Diego talking about business building, business ideas. There's Josh Beechcraft, again, OMG, Travis Weathers. Haven't met him personally, I don't believe. But you guys all know me. I have the memory of a goldfish. Patrick Shannon, Josh Nelson, Seven Figure Agency is going to be there. Adam McChesney, Chris Palmer and his monsters are coming. Garen Green, Brian Cato, Charles Taylor from Fox, yeah, classing the place up. Dan Kurtz, Terry Power, Jason Guy, and Mark Rab I don't even know. Mark's coming. So here are the different packages that are available. The VIP access, that's probably, I mean, if you can afford it, it's probably the one you want because they're going to have the dinners and we're going to have the receptions and we're going to have the Diamondbacks game up in a booth around home plate, not a booth, a suite, etc. And all of that stuff is included in the VIP package. So come if you can do it, I would say do that. But if you just want to come hang out and talk to people and attend the conference, and the business access is probably for you. There is the general admission. Also, I would use the general admission one if you're in the Phoenix metro area, like already there. Then the general admission is good because you don't need a whole lot of this stuff, right? You can just, you live there and you're at home and you can come and do the networking stuff and then go to the house. So general admission probably if you're in the area, but business access for sure. And then because you get the meals and et cetera, and it kind of rolls all that expenses into the one, and VIP access for sure if you're going to make this a whole adventure. So come check it out, SEOspringtraining.com. And with that, folks, thank you very much for coming to SEO This Week, episode number 66. I'll see you next week.